SRRY, Grace here, and bringing another audition video for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I just wanted to do a quick video updating you on my audition trip last weekend. Sorry I've gone like a little bit behind. Last weekend was absolutely crazy. I don't know like where you are watching this, but if you know about the snowstorm, like the blizzard that hit like the East Coast, yeah, I traveled in that, so that was tons of fun. A little scary. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick update about that audition and that trip. The snowstorm hit on that, I guess it started on that Thursday, and I had an audition on that Friday, the 23rd, and the snowstorm started on the 22nd. So I flew out on the 22nd. I tried to get a standby flight. My flight was at noon, and I tried to get a flight out at 9:30 because that would surely like beat the snow that was gonna start. Anyway, I couldn't get that flight. The person right before me got on, so there were no more seats left on the flight. So I waited in the airport for like 4 hours after that because it was gonna be like by chance that I got a seat. My flight was gonna go at noon, like a little bit after noon. So the snow started coming down at like 10:30. And I was like, okay, like we can make it another hour, like it's gonna be fine. No, the snow was like coming down, like I was like, okay, well it's not gonna stick. No, it's sticking. So like an hour later, we're like, oh my gosh, I just need to make it like 10 more minutes to board this plane. So we board the plane. They're pretty determined to like get us out of this airport. By this point, like the snow is sticking. There's a lot of snow and it just keeps coming down. It's not stopping. We board the plane. It's like 12:20. They are like washing, like hosing ice and snow off of the wings. At this point, I'm like, is this okay? Like, I'm a little scared because this doesn't seem safe. The pilot comes on. He's like, right now, like we're going to try and taxi out. We're going to see if it's safe. And if we can't take off, then we'll just turn right back around. And I'm like, I have to make this flight. I have an audition tomorrow at 10 a.m. Like, if I don't make this flight, then the audition's not happening. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Then that's gone. Like, whatever. Then it's like, we end up taking off, and it's like 12:40 or something when we take off. So my next flight is in Atlanta, and it's at like 3:05. We make it into Atlanta at like 2:50. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I have to make this flight. My next flight is to Houston at 3:05. I talked to the flight attendant. There's absolutely nothing we can do. And I was like, I know that y'all can call the gate and like talk it out, hold the plane for like 2 seconds. Like, I know that you can do that. Well, I get off the plane. I'm running to my gate. I'm in my like Ugg boots because I just came from Virginia and it's snowing. Ugg boots, like leggings, like coat. I'm sweating. I'm running. My like throat hurts at this point because the cabin air in the airplane, and like it's just bad. It's just all bad. Sweating, crying, running, everything. I make it to my gate at like 3:02. So I made it. I was like, oh my gosh, yes! Like I made it. Woohoo! The hostess at the gate or whatever was like, I was like, am I in the right place? And they're like, yes, the plane just left. It's 3:02. They let my plane go 3 minutes early. Why would you let a plane go 3 minutes early when you know a plane is coming from Richmond and there's been snow on the ground? What? So mad. I was so mad. They put me on another flight. I'm at the Atlanta airport. I walk all the way to gate F, and like I'm in my gate. I have this other next flight to Houston, whatever. But anyway, I get to Houston at like 7:30, and I'm dealing with this hour time change, which isn't a big deal. But I get there at like 7:30. My parents' friend's daughter and her husband, I was staying with them. They come and pick me up. They were wonderful. They were so wonderful. They made me feel so comfortable. I get to their house. They have my own room and my own bathroom and like a TV with like Amazon Prime set up so I can watch TV. It was just wonderful. Everything about it was great. They made me feel really, really good and relaxed. I basically head to bed right at 10. My audition's at 10 a.m. So I probably fall asleep around like 11, and I want to get up at 6 so that I can get everything warm. I can be awake for a bit. whatever. So I set my alarm for like 5:45 or 6 or whatever. And my body wakes me up at like 5:42 before my alarm went off, and I was like, well, that's weird, but that's good, I guess. And what I think happened was I woke up in like a shock, and I think that my body thought it was 6:42 in Virginia, like Eastern time. So my body actually woke me up a little bit early, which I thought was really cool. Anyway, so woke up, like did my thing, put my makeup on, put on like some leggings, like a t-shirt, drank some coffee, ate a bagel like I usually do. I didn't want to do anything weird because it's a normal day. Like if I was gonna sing, like that's what I would do anyways, eat a bagel and drink some coffee. Like that's what I do all the time. It's like my favorite things ever. And then we head on over to the school. It's like 20 minutes away. And I get there like 8:30. They were like, you should get here an hour before your audition time. And so I got there at like 8:30. My audition time was at like 10. And I go to the practice rooms. Practice rooms are fine. Like they're normal. The school was really nice. It reminded me of like a museum when I walked in, like a nice art museum. It was like red carpet and like white walls and some modern artwork. It was nice. I liked it. The halls with like the rooms and then like the practice rooms and stuff reminded me a little bit of like a hospital. It's kind of weird, right? Like a hospital mixed with like an old folks home and like a museum. Cause the walls were white. The halls were like really wide, and then the halls were white, like really sterile looking, like kind of weird. Yeah, but it was nice. It was good. It was fine. And this time I didn't get any time with an accompanist, which is like a little nerve-wracking. Like you don't even get to talk tempos. Like you just go in, hand your music to them, and you just like go. Scary. Scary for both of us. I mean, the pianist and the singer. I would think. And yeah, so then I put my dress on, finished doing everything to like get dressed. And it turns out that you don't actually have an audition time. You have an audition block. So I was in the 10 a.m. block. And it was really funny. I was the only soprano in my group, which is like crazy. Usually there's like only like one mezzo or one tenor in a group. But I was the only soprano in my group, which is like crazy to me. Cool. That's cool, I guess. And then they put you in times once you're in your block. And so then I went in, I sang 2 things, and then I left. No interview. They don't talk to you, which I prefer something where they get to know your personality a little bit, rather than just your product. I'm a fan of like them getting to just talk to you like a person, just chat, kind of like my last audition. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, it was really cut and dry, straightforward. Go in, sing, leave, and then you're done. Yeah, so that was the audition portion. And then my friends just took me around, like around the school. Beautiful area. We got these really delicious tacos. They were literally the best tacos I've ever had. It was like a fried chicken taco with like spicy cheese sauce on top. It was so good. It was called like a trashy taco. I don't know. It was just like the best taco I've ever had in my entire life. The food scene in Houston is everything. It's everything. And then they showed me around like around the school, and then we kind of just went to the different parts of the city. Like I saw the Worthing Center where Houston Grand Opera takes place, and like the Houston Ballet does things, and we saw Midtown. It's definitely a very car-friendly city, which I'm actually a fan of. Like if you live there, there's always a place to park. Yeah, I thought Houston was really cool. I liked it a lot. It was about 50 degrees when I went, so I expected it to be a little warmer, but I actually got them on one of their colder days. But the sun was shining. It was beautiful. I'm really glad that I had a 10 a.m. audition, because then I could go ahead and spend the rest of the day not worrying about anything and see Houston and see how I liked it. And I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a really cool place. I'd never been to Texas before, so that was really fun. And really happy to be staying with the people I was staying with. They were absolutely awesome. We went back home for a bit, took a nap, I watched a movie, and then we went back out for drinks and dinner. And yeah, I had these really delicious drinks, and then I had this like fried chicken dinner, and then I went back home. Pretty normal. It was a lot of fun. I thought about changing my flight. I was flying into Detroit and then back into Richmond, but I didn't know if Richmond was still taking flights, if it was like safe, if they were having planes come in. And I thought about changing it, but I couldn't get anything changed. The morning before my flight, actually my friends took me shooting. They took me to a gun range because I guess like one in Texas, and not gonna lie, it was a little scary. Like, it was like, there's like, when you're like shooting a gun, there's like so much force that comes back, you kind of like jolt back. Yeah, it's scary. It really is. But it's fun. I mean, you have like the targets, and I don't know, I felt really like, I don't know, cool. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So I've done that, and I tried Whataburger, which is, I guess, like the Texas version of like In-N-Out Burger. I love fast food. I love fast food. I love cheeseburgers. I love fries. And so ate that, and then I got on my plane, and it was smooth sailing, or smooth flying back to first Detroit and then Richmond. And got back home. Richmond was crazy. There were no cabs running. My like roommates couldn't get out of our apartment to come and get me, so I just kind of, it was like 11 o'clock. No Ubers were running. There were like very few cabs. I ended up meeting this kid that lives near where I live, I guess. So we were like, okay, let's just like split this cab. And he dropped me off. They dropped us off. We like split the distance. So they dropped us off at like a certain point, and then I walked the rest home. Yeah, I came back to like a snow-covered Richmond, like snow everywhere. But that was my trip, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, leave them below. Like, subscribe. You can view all of our audition journeys on Snapchat at Todd and Grace. You can like we'll keep you updated as we go, and then we do these audition review videos for you. And have a great week, everybody. Stay graceful.